It's not like you just
I'm telling you guys, I want to tell you something. It's from a personal thing in my heart. By the way, there's a 950 in Shiur Hadashah, so don't panic. That if we continue to follow this derech of Rabbeinu, there's such a sweetness that awaits. Like Bechla, we don't know what Simcha is yet. Like we experience it a little bit. Like every day we start dancing after davening, you know. So you see guys that I've seen in shul. Honestly, that I've seen in shul that I haven't seen them smile that often. All of a sudden we're dancing. All of a sudden this guy's smiling. It's as if like the crust is breaking off their face. It's amazing what you've done.
Yeah, no,
right?
It's all you. But I noticed that also. I noticed that.
Yeah,
a lot of guys very down, energy down. Boom.
They dance. All of a sudden, a couple of steps. Right. Well, Rabbeinu explains all these things. He explains that the feet, when you move the feet in dance, it's hamtakas adim, you sweeten judgments, because the feet are always very set, serious. Like you stand here, justice. You start all of a sudden you start lifting a little bit. You start like clicking your feet. It's sweetening justice. Right. And I mean, you could be all these guys that are dancing in shul. You could be sweetening their dinim just doing a little mishanichnas ladder. You don't know what's going on. Right? But I just want to tell you, just if we follow the derech of Rabbeinu, there's such like a sweet, I can't explain, there's such a, like I see like already in Breslov, when you go to Uman, you see, if you look around smart, you don't always look at what's loudest. You really look around, you spend time there. I mean, the primary thing is really investing into Rabbeinu. You invest in your soul, you invest in the derech of Rabbeinu. You start to see, I remember when I was in Uman, I said one night, Tikkun Chatzot by Rabbeinu. It's the highest thing. It's like the most unbelievable thing, because you enter into this loneliness. Even though there's people around, you go into like your own little space. You find some corner in the floor somewhere. You sit down, you feel like you sit down, you realize that the Am Yisrael is really all alone and regardless, and you start to like tap into that. And then then Tikkun Leah comes, it starts turning into a thing of Simcha. Right? And that Hashem, you're going to come back again, and we're going to be together again. You get up, you feel that joy. I remember I was doing that. When I was doing it, there was a group of like Breslov Bachrim from like I think one of our Berlin's yeshivas, one of the hundreds, right? They were doing tikkun chatzot as a group, right? These little Bachrim, with like long coats and like little hats, and they were doing it. And the parts that were like yearning parts about the Beit HaMikdash, they were like singing it in like a yearning tone, together. And then when it came to the part of like Simcha, they started doing a dance. I was doing Hitzbodedut at this pole. I was like holding onto a pole, and I was talking to Hashem. I was doing Hitzbodedut. All of a sudden, I open my eyes. I see there's like a circle of like young guys, and they're like going around me because they found a pole. They wanted to do it for me. They found one area that they could go around. Happened to be I was in the middle. I opened my eyes to see a group of young, beautiful, they're teenagers. They're teenagers, and they're singing about Hashem coming back and the Beit HaMikdash being rebuilt, and they're happy. Do you know how special that is? You know how beautiful that is? It's like an amazing thing. Where do you feel it's hard for me to find? It's very rare. It's very rare. Teenager kids that like we're seeing what exists in Great Neck right now, with like Nintendo Wii and like this, then all the crazy like distractions. A group of kids saying Tikkun Chatzot late at night and dancing that Hashem's going to come and build the Beit HaMikdash. I think it was one of the holiest scenes I saw in my life. You know what I mean? By Rabbi Nachman, his kever's right there, because there's a certain light of joy that emanates from Rabbeinu's teachings. All my friends that have tapped in, they've realized that's the fine wine that Rav Moshe Wilson was talking about. There's a certain flavor. Rav Eliyahu has picked it up. He's picked it up. He's told me, times we've sat down, even the first time we ever sat down, if you recall, he looked at me, he bugged out, he looked like he saw a ghost. I was like, what is this? He said, you should know, I was thinking about this very concept for the past like 3 years. And nobody told me. A lot
of stuff that I studied, I'm like, wow, I like, on my own sort of thought of it, but I never saw it inside of a book.
And Rabbeinu because Rabbeinu's talking from that Pinta L'Diyid inside of you. from that part that wants to be Jewish, from that part that wants to be pure and connected to the Baruch Hu. He's not going for the fancy jazz. He's not giving you like all these drushes of like, yeah, we never Hashem Moshe, so the Medrash says, so the Clay Yoker asks that. It's none of that jazz. You want to get that jazz?